Hi, everyone. Welcome to Mini Scroll, the daily internet culture podcast bringing you the biggest stories from social media, the creator economy, and the digital space every Monday through Thursday. I'm your host, Lauren Meisner, the founder of the youth digital media brand, Centennial World. Welcome back to Mini Scroll, everyone. If you guys are watching this on video, you will see our beautiful gingerbread house that me and the team made today. There was a competition in the kitchen today, this afternoon, and we really went for it, and I think we might win. I'll keep you guys posted. It's adding to the festive vibes. You guys can't see, but we have like fairy lights, like Christmas lights up all in the office, and it's feeling a little bit cozy and Christmassy. All right, let's just get into the stories for today. So the first story that I have for you guys is that Klein has reacted to Trisha Paytas on SNL. So as expected, after Trisha made her appearance on SNL last week, Ethan has now reacted. Now, the reason why people were waiting for Ethan to react is because on an episode of Frenemies, Ethan said that he would cut off his arm if Trisha was ever on SNL, obviously implying he thought that would never happen. So here's what he said.
I got to apologize to Trisha because it seems like her big moment has become more about me saying I cut my arm off than about her achievement. And I'm not even saying that, like, I don't think I'm even exaggerating. People magazine did a headline.
I think you make a decent point, though, about it sort of stealing the thunder a little bit. I hadn't thought about that. But
Yeah,
you're
it's
right.
all about me,
All the
you know,
headlines
and
are about her relation to you instead of just celebrating her. So
Just to defend myself a little bit.
Mm.
I know it wasn't very specific, but I think the implication, obviously, and again, not to take anything from her, and you can have my arm, is that she would be a guest host, not do like a 10-second cameo.
Semantics.
No, that is not
Always changing the
semantic.
goalposts.
Doing a guest host versus doing
She
like a...
said she would be on it.
You're right.
it's
You're
true.
Those were the
She
words.
only said on it,
Yeah,
which she
I'm not-
is on it.
As you can imagine, people are not super down for this reaction. It was a little bit shady, and a lot of fans feel like he was really downplaying this accomplishment for her, and he was just being like a little bit salty. However, he did follow the statements up right after by talking about how like everyone always thinks he's not happy for Trisha, and he was like, I would love to be her friend again, but it's like Moses that is obviously putting this wedge between them. He said his issue was with Moses. If you guys don't know, Moses has some allegations against him, and obviously Ethan is married to Moses' sister, Gila, so there's a lot of like family dynamics going on there. He did say that he hopes their kids, or like wishes their kids could get together, but he did call Moses a creep. I'm assuming that's based off the allegations that are against him. You guys can look it up on Reddit for those. But yeah, he called him a creep and said basically, you know, he would love to be friends with Trisha, but that's probably not going to happen. So another Trisha update. She's headed to Broadway. She'll be performing a one-night only show at the St. James Theater on February 3rd. Okay, so this is directly from the People magazine exclusive interview on it. Quote, produced by Kobe Casal and George Strauss, Trisha Paytas' Big Broadway Dream, which is the name of the show, was initially conceived as an April Fool's Day joke earlier this year. In celebration of the holiday, Casal's Theaterly site jokingly reported Paytas would play Roxy Hart in Chicago on Broadway, and fans got excited. Quote, obviously I know that's not real because no one's approached me about it, but I was like, what is this? This is so weird, recalls the longtime YouTuber who later shared the fake announcement to her social channel. People were so happy for me, and I was like, fuck. The producers, however, also saw the fanfare around the prank announcement. They got a lot of clicks, said Paytas, and they were like, I think we're gonna do it. And I was like, what? And then we got the date and the theater, and I was like, wait, is this happening? So yeah, this is a huge moment for Trisha. Of course, there are tons of people who are like, this just proves that cancel culture is really not a thing, and influencers need to stop crying about cancel culture. And yeah, I mean, I actually spoke about this on a podcast earlier this year. Somebody asked me about cancel culture. I forget exactly what the question was, but I basically said there are so few people nowadays, like celebrities and influencers, who genuinely get quote unquote canceled, where they cannot return, they cannot get their career back up and running. You know, there might be people that like have become more irrelevant since being quote unquote canceled, but you know, the wide range of deeply offensive and problematic things that Trisha Paytas has done over the course of her career, some of them very recent. The fact that she has had this renaissance, which I keep talking about this renaissance this year, but she really has. She's had this renaissance this year, and that really does just show how quickly the internet quote unquote forgets. And I know that some people might say that they forgive her, you know, that she has changed. I do think she has changed. I can see that in her. Like I was just saying with the Ethan story, she is still not addressed, as far as I know, anything to do with her husband Moses. Like there's still so much around Trisha Paytas that feels unanswered. Like so many, oh my God, do I have icing in my hair from this gingerbread? I think I do. This gingerbread house. But yes, there's still so much around Trisha Paytas that feels unanswered when it comes to her past problematic behavior. And of course, she has apologized and talked about a lot of those things, but there are still a lot of unanswered questions and things that I think she has not taken accountability for. And yeah, having these moments like, you know, this huge renaissance with her podcast and now her live show, SNL, Broadway. She's having Bowen Yang on her podcast. Like these are mainstream moments that do prove that eventually we'll get to the other side. And I don't know if I would say people forget, but people move on. Okay. And the last story that I have for you guys, just a little quick one today, but Azealia Banks is, quote, to sue Matty Healy for $1 million. So Azealia Banks has taken her feud with Matty Healy to the next level, publicly releasing a cease and desist letter that she allegedly sent him. Okay, so in case you missed it, here is why there is drama between the two of them. So last week, they engaged in an online back and forth after Azealia commented on a picture of Charlie XCX saying, Charlie used to be so pretty. Ugh. Matty then stepped in to defend Charlie because she is engaged to his bandmate, George Daniel. He wrote, all the women you attack seem to be culturally relevant, attractive, divisive, and nice people. I think this makes you jealous because you're so talented, but everything else about you is a failure. Just rap, bro. Azealia then hit back, writing, I still don't know any of your music, but make sure you keep all that shit behind your keyboard. This is hip hop, and you are very easy to set up. A bad bag, a bad pill. It only costs $200 and an ounce of weed to do you. Matty then wrote, I'll fucking slap you so hard I'll get a Guinness World Record for the highest a rat some bitch calls a wig has ever flown. He then deleted this after getting a wave of backlash and issued an apology, writing, nah, I can't be saying I'm gonna hit a girl. That's insane. I'm sorry. You just can't keep being so mean about my mates and my misses. It's really hurtful. Gets me well defensive. And then Azealia wrote on Twitter that she planned on suing Matty for his comments. She claimed she had suffered, quote, severe emotional distress, sending me spiraling and am beginning to feel physical effects. So yeah, in this cease and desist, Azealia Banks is accusing Matty Healy of cyberbullying and cyber harassment and is asking for $1 million. I mean, Azealia Banks, the lore goes so deep. She has beef with like every single person on the internet. Azealia Banks calling Charlie XCX anything but gorgeous is so fucking rude and savage and out of place, out of pocket, and just objectively untrue. Honestly, good for her for telling Matty Healy that she still doesn't know his music. Because like, fuck Matty Healy. Anyways, that was just like a battle of severely problematic people on Twitter. Anyways, guys, that's it for Mini Scroll today. Today was a little bit random. Please remember to rate, review, and subscribe. Please star rate us on Spotify. I love you guys. We're trying to get to 500 Spotify stars by the end of the year. So please do that. I love you guys. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.